5 top ghost hunting tips. Tip number 1, we'll go for equipment. Now, I've mentioned this before in a previous vlog, but I think it's quite an important thing because we've been through the mistake, shall we call it, of having too much equipment. We used to bring piles and piles of stuff. The time you've unpacked it all, you've hardly got any time left to investigate, to be honest. So now I restrict myself. I've got my infrared camcorder, I've got a normal still camera, a full spectrum still camera, a couple of action cams, GoPro, and a digital voice recorder. Not forgetting the torch. Most important thing is the torch. That's all you need. Yeah, you can bring along a REM pod, etc., some little bits and bobs just to help you gain evidence, really. But as for tons and tons and tons of equipment, it's pointless. There's no guarantee all of it works. A lot of it's theory anyway. Apps. Ooh, no, stay away from apps. Yeah, it's said that these apps, everything on the app is in reverse. If anything comes through forward, it's spirit talking. How do we know that? There could be forward words hidden in there that trigger with a certain word that you say. Don't know. I'd stay clear of apps. They can't be trusted. You don't know what you're getting with them. So apps, no. So that was tip number 1. Tip number 2. Tip number 2's all to do with abandoned, derelict places. Now, I know as paranormal investigators, we've all seen the stuff that's going off all over Facebook at the moment to do with live streamers. These live streamers, 99% of the time, are in derelict, abandoned buildings. We've all done it. We've done it in the past. It's not an issue, really, unless the place is fenced off and you can't get in, don't go in. If you can go in, we've been in places. Just be aware of trespass rules, be aware of your health and safety. The floors aren't safe in a lot of these places. You go into somewhere that's probably derelict or abandoned for a reason, so I'd say just be careful going to these places. Be aware of trespass rules, and mainly be aware of your own safety. Your own safety is paramount in these situations. They can be great fun, they can be very spooky. Like I say, we've done an asylum before. We used to go Aston Hall Asylum. I'm sure you've seen some of the videos from there. Sometimes we'd get there and the place would be completely fenced off, we'd leave. Other times we'd get there, other people had been, ripped all the fencing down, pulled all the boards off the windows, and then we went and we caught some incredible evidence. We got caught by security at Annesley Hall, which turned out good in the end because they actually let us in. But just be careful with these abandoned buildings. Remember, your health and safety is paramount. So that was tip number 2. Tip number 3. Tip number 3, little short one. It's all about EVPs. When you're doing EVPs, try to avoid standard questions. We always get the best results when we're actually just sat there talking between ourselves, having a laugh, discussing what we're going to do next, discussing the venue where we are, the room that we're in. Yeah, you have to ask can you tell us your name, etc, etc. But I'm sure if you was a spirit, you get bored. Same questions all the time. You've probably got people coming into what was your home or your last place and asking the same questions night after night after night. So yeah, vary it. Ask different questions. Don't stick to the staid, old, same, boring questions. Vary it a little bit. Change it up. Ask different questions. See if they're joining your conversation. That was tip number 3. Tip number 4. Tip number 4, again it can be to do with your EVPs, but don't demand, don't provoke without due cause. How would you like it if you was a spirit and you've got people coming in demanding you talk to them, demanding you do something for them, demanding your name? No, no. The only time I would say it's acceptable to be a little bit more forceful, shall we say, is probably when you're in a private residence and you're on a job for somebody. Basically, you've got to get something out of that place. Then, yeah, you need to know who's there. You need to know what you're dealing with. So, being a little bit more forceful is understandable, but being forceful and aggressive on a normal investigation, no. I say avoid it. This is my tips. I'm not saying telling you what to do, but I might avoid it because you're causing confrontation that you don't really want. So yeah, that was number 4. And last but not least, be yourself, be natural. Don't act like you're a TV star. Don't emulate Zach Bagans or any of the others. Just be yourself, be natural. When you're on an investigation, don't think you've got to be the star, the centre of attention. Be yourself, act natural. You've got a personality, bring that personality out. Don't do what everybody else does. Yeah, we've all got people that we constantly look up to, that we've watched on telly. Don't be them, be yourself. Enjoy yourself, and above all else, have fun. That was tip 5. See you later.